Hey everybody, I am back. It's been a while since I've been streaming, but I'm back with Legacy of You, which is a game by Shem Phillips of Garphill Games. It is a solo only game. I guess you can play it cooperatively too, but it is designed to be a solo campaign game where you're going to lose some. You're definitely going to lose some. And you are kind of building these canals and protecting your people against barbarians, and the barbarian deck changes, and your citizen deck changes, and it is quite a fun game. I've really enjoyed it. You have, well, let's just start taking a look at the game, and I'll try to zoom in as I can, but there's a lot to see. So you have your canal cards here, and then below that, and sorry, I cut my finger open today, that's why that's there. But you have your canal cards here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've already been playing some. I've lost 3 times and won once. And so my canal cards are different than at the basic. I thought it would be fun to start in the middle here and kind of talk about what's been happening. And that way it is a spoiler game, but you might not necessarily end up in the same place. I think that what I read is you're only going to see about half the stuff when you go through your first time. You'd have to play the game a few times to see everything in it. So that's pretty cool. But we have different types of things. We have farms that we can upgrade over here, and then we get certain things when we have our beginning of the day, the harvest at each day, and we also have these outposts, and those mean you can turn your laborers, and they are equal to any other type of worker that you turn them into. And the types here are like archer and spearman and rider, like a horseback rider, or fighter, just in general. And then down here we have our huts, and then our 4 hut cards, and some of these have been upgraded already too, so you'll see that. And then here's our citizens, which we can recruit to our cause, or we can just dismiss them. If we dismiss them, then they we only get the thing here in the top. I'll show you here. There's kind of 2 parts to the top card. You get the top left brown, but if you dismiss them from down here from your from your draw pile, then you get the brown and the red. And there is this white down here that is kind of a resource that's for some things that I'll talk about more in a second. But here, like, the cost to recruit is free, then 1 food, 2, 2, 3, and then here we have barbarians. We'll come back to them in a second. But there are our citizens, our people there, and as we recruit them, they're going to improve the way that we can do things. We start with 10 in our draw pile down here. We are going to try to make sure that the flood never reaches a canal card. If it does, we lose. If there are 7 barbarians up here at the end of a turn, we lose. And we're just moving our little canal belt along, and that really just tracks how many canal cards we can do, which is just 1. We can do 1 canal card per round of actions. So we're going to do all that, and we can tuck, as long as there's not a hut card, we can tuck additional cards down here for the bottom. On the bottom of these, you'll see, like here, and in fact, I'll go ahead and draw my cards because I'm going to get to draw 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I could tuck this. Like, if I tuck this one, and I might tuck this one because this would be a good one to tuck. If I tuck this, then I'm going to get a white card on harvest every time too, because this has the harvest symbol and then an arrow and then a white laborer. So that might be a good one to tuck down here. And as I open up more of these huts, I can tuck more. That's all going on. I also have to lose some of my townsfolk, my citizens, my townsfolk cards, and that's what this symbol down here that looks like a clay tablet that's broken kind of looks like that's going on. So let's go ahead and talk about barbarians, and then we'll hop over here to what's going on here, because I do have my my victory pile cards and my defeat cards. But let's talk about barbarians, because I am kind of worried about this one. So I did well last time and I won, but then what that meant is there was this fortress that joined my barbarians. So there's this barbarian fortress now, which in order to defeat it, I will get something when I defeat it, and that says card 45 there. But you have to have 3 whites, and then to defeat the barbarian, you have to have 2 reds and a black. And just to get to this barbarian, I have to pay the cost, which is 3. So I would have to go here, and if I want to defeat, I think I got to look this up again, because defeating the barbarian is what's gonna do that. So I need to look up that. I'll read that to you in a second. But there's barbarian cards, and basically you have to visit them, paying whatever the provision cost is. If you don't get rid of the barbarians, then they're gonna basically bribe you. So like this one wants a brick, or is going to destroy a townsfolk card. When you defeat them in battle, you get what's shown on the right here on these pennants. And so they're going to do different bad things and clog up our ability to do the work on the canal that we need. Down here, these are because of what's happened in the story for me so far. Basically, because I've gotten an extra thing. This lets me tuck an extra card, or I can get rid of it to stop the flood from moving. This one lets me count barbarians as one less bribe I have to have, which is good. This one, because over here, this one wants any worker except for the laborer. So I could do the fighter, rider, spearman, or archer. And I could get rid of this card one time completely to draw 4 cards from the top of my townsfolk draw pile, and put them in hand immediately, which would be cool. But I would only get to use that once, and then the card's gone. And then this is the 3rd card. I've been having to deal with this kind of famine that's going on among my people, and I've been dealing with it, but it's taken forever to deal with. And now I have this 3rd card where, I remember how I showed you that there was different symbols here. So this is meat, this is fish, this is milk. So this one's meat, grain, and milk before I can, and then I'll do 3 things in the story before I can finally get rid of that kind of problem that I have with a food shortage. So that all of that's going on, and I'm going to be trying to use my actions best to build this engine of getting better and better worker cards, so that I can do everything that I need to. All right, and let's see here. I wanted to find the thing in the storybook to read you about why I have this fortress here. So I'm going to do that in just a second, which would probably be my last victory card. I think I got these. Yeah, it is here. Okay, here's my last victory card, my only victory card, and that would take me to a part of the book I'm not going to tell you where. Try to ruin as little as possible, make it still enjoyable for you. Okay, so it says, I guess Tushanshi is use spouse, dear Tushanshi, another year has passed, and once more I see the fruit of our labor. The flood waters move ever closer to the sea, and more land is safe from their ravages. The people of this region will not find the next year easy, but surely it will feel that way given the trials of the past one. As I sit and watch the waters rushing in our canals, I feel great joy, but when I look to where they flow and the task ahead, I can only feel the pull of home. To see your radiant face and that of my children, that desire surges in me like the great floods I seek to tame. I will go on. There is word of more trouble further towards the coast. A great barbaric stronghold has been restored, and to continue our work downriver, it must be overcome. As distance tests a horse's strength, time reveals a person's character. Very confusion. So I revealed, I put my victory card in the history section of my box over here. That's what's going on over here. So there's a section to keep all your cards organized as you're playing the game. And it also has sections for you to draw your components as you're playing the game too. I just have it off to the side. And so this fortress card is going to be in the rightmost space. It's not going to move, but whenever we place a barbarian card, it's going to, we're going to see both. And the fortress and the barbarian card must be attacked simultaneously. You cannot attack just the barbarian card unless you destroy the fortress first, making the attack. So you don't have to destroy the fortress to win the game like you do to deal with this food shortage card. But you do have to deal with it if you're going to make it easy. So I have choices. That's the thing. That's always the thing in this, is having some choices about how to deal with things. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do, I mean, there's a couple good things I could do. But I'll talk you through it. The first thing I'm going to do is recruit this person for free. I always want to recruit as many. Oh, wait. I need to get my stuff. Yeah, that's right. It's harvest time. Let's do harvest. So I already got my 4 cards. There's my 4 cards. And then I get 1 laborer. And we'll just put them out here so that we remember that we've done this. And then 1 cowrie shell and 1 provision. So that's all I get to start with. Not a whole lot to start with, but that's how the game gets going. I do get to ignore one of these, so I can ignore the yellow. And I can tuck something. So I think I'm going to do a few things here. First of all, I think I'm going to tuck this one. So I'll get no other benefit from it. And I'm going to tuck that one. It's kind of hard to get under there right now. So, all right, I'm going to tuck that one, like I said. So in the future at harvest, I will get an additional rider, is what that black one is. So I'll get a rider out of that. But what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to play it and get the wood. I could discard it and get the wood and the labor, but I'm just going to get the wood for now. So you get this wood token, because I think what I want to work on is start working on maybe a farm, because getting an extra farm, then I can get an extra labor worker right there. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to get rid of this one and get a brick. And okay, so I have a brick, I have a laborer. So I have different things I could do. I don't need to worry about the flood yet, because this is only going to move forward, and this is shown here whenever I need to refill my draw pile here, and I have to shuffle this. That's when I will move the flood forward, but I don't have to move the flood forward yet. So I'm not going to worry about that. I think I'm going to build my first farm, but first, no, let's do that first. Let's do that. Well, actually, I want to see what happens over here. So because this one has meat on it, I did want to tuck this one. I did like the idea of a laborer better, but like I said, I can build a farm. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one, and I'm going to put it over here because it is a meat person, the first one. And it says I go to number 33 in the storybook, and we find out what happens. Okay, 33 in the storybook. Boyi came running to my tent this afternoon, his urgency beset by his own haste, as he had to catch his breath before being able to share what he had discovered and what a discovery it was. While pursuing my own musings that the fire would have needed something to help it to start, he has uncovered evidence the fire was started intentionally in tracks leading away from the camp. Okay, so this is carrying on with the story. I'm not going to tell you everything that happened there. You'll have to find out for yourself. Someone has been stealing our food. We have mustered a tracking party and sent them on the trail. I have chosen Zhayu Ying to lead them, as her reputation as a master hunter and tracker is not false praise. Even with her skill, it would take time to discover where this trail leads, but I will not tolerate this thievery. My people will not starve after working to feed others who wish to eat for free. Find card 66 in the story deck. Place it face down underneath your ready pile. If this was already added during the previous game, instead gain 2 wood. So I need card 66. Or 2 wood. I don't think I have that though. So we look here to our deck and go to, so 66 would be the black number and the gray in the bottom right corner. So here's 66. There she is. This tracker. And she's quite good at getting food. She gives us 2 provisions, or if we get rid of her, 2 provisions and a labor, or we can tuck her for another black worker. But 2 provisions is good. I like that. But she goes underneath our ready pile. That adds to our number of ready townsfolk. And then now we just need a grain and a milk. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that farm that we said we were going to do. So I'm going to spend the worker is going to go away building this farm, taking care of it. He's going to use some brick and wood, and now we have a farm. And that means in the future, we're going to get on harvest this laborer. So I'm going to put this here. Immediately get another provision, which is good. The problem is I don't have an extra way. I don't have an extra worker. So I'm going to have to dismiss someone because between here with the yellow one and then here with the any color but white one, I don't have an extra worker right now. And I don't really have another way to get one. So that is what it is. I'm going to store this carry up here because I need one more carry and two white workers, which I will have next time to open up that canal card. And then I'm going to just start recruiting people. So I'm going to recruit. I could get a black worker right now, but I kind of want to make sure that I have enough people with grain. And so I'm going to keep that one. And I don't know who's in here. I mean, you know what? Because I even if I dismiss this because it's up here and not in my ready pile, I would only get the wood. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. That one's free, and then I'm gonna have to pay two. I could either pay 2 and gain this worker, or I could pay 1 and 1 and do that, and then just make this worker cheaper. I think I'm gonna do that because this will give me more access to more provisions, which I'm gonna need for various things, and recruit both of those. And okay, so that's all my actions. And now that my actions are done, we do this to get ready for the next, the end of the turn. And if so, you can see this there. They do put this on the back of the rule book. So you do the harvest, and then take actions, and then return the barge. If the barge had been used, we move it from here back to the next card, but it hasn't been used. And then we're going to suffer attacks. So right now, I could either bribe with 2 workers, which I don't have, but I can ignore one because my card over here. So I'm going to ignore one. And then the other one, I'm going to have to lose a worker off the top of my ready deck. And that was a junky one to lose because this one would have given me 1 or 2 laborers. But that's what it is. That's what happened. But in the future, I should be fine with that. Except that now this happens. We refresh the card row first by moving this one down here, then this one. And then this barbarian's going to move too, but here's how we figure out how many barbarians are going to, how far the barbarians are going to move over. So right now, see this red card symbol here, and here I will go ahead and zoom in a little bit. But this red card symbol here means that there's 1 new barbarian going to join into what's happening out here. So this one's going to go to the left 1, and then we will take a new one off the top here. And unfortunately, this is not one that I was hoping for, one that just wanted provisions, but this one wants a black worker, a rider. But so we just shift over 1 because we were only adding 1. So barbarians aren't a big deal right now. We can probably deal with them. And then now we fill in these 2 spots from our draw pile. 1 and 2. And with that, we'll go back over this way. Okay, so that was the end of our very first turn. Round, whatever you want to call it. I forget what they call it in the book, but that's the end of that first one. And now it's back to me again. So now I need to come back here. So we're going to go down with what happens with harvest actions. So first I'll get 1 laborer here, and then I will get 4 cards. Blue, 2 wood, and provision, and 2 bricks. So I got some good cards here. It's good that I didn't lose those because these are cards that I have gained in this story. This one gives me 2 bricks, and this one gives me 2 wood. I think he's a monk, if I remember right. So pretty good cards. And okay, so I got my cards. Another laborer, cavalry shell, and a provision. And then, and these are component limited. So if you do upgrade your components, remember to put the right amount in. Otherwise, you're just cheating. I don't have any outposts, so I don't get additional calories. But I do have a black worker here, the rider. So I'm going to put that rider out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let's see how many cards do I have here. Oops, that one should be flipped over. Okay, so I know I only have 2 cards here. And if I don't upgrade this, then I'll just lose unless I used my special ability, which I don't want to have to do. So we're going to have to get up here and deal with this canal card. Okay, so we're going to do that to do that. The canal boat is going to go over here. We'll spin the 2 laborers and the 2 cowrie shell. And we get the benefits at the bottom. First thing is I'm going to lose a card. Again, I lost a white laborer, so that's not great. But I do get a brick and a wood. So that is good. And we're going to just return that to the box with our canal cards and take a brick and a wood. Now, you'll see that also opened up some other things. So that also opened up, anytime I have 2 cowrie shells, I can trade them in for a single provision. We already did have the ones that 3 cowrie shells to a brick or 3 to a wood were opened up, but now we have a different option for our cowrie shells, which is a good thing. So let's see here. I think we're going to have to take a blue worker. So we'll just do that one first. Blue worker, that is the spearman. And we're going to say that the spearman is going to go here. The rider is going to go here, and then we can ignore that one with our card. And I could tuck an additional card. So I could either take, let's see here, what do we got? I could take, did I get everything I should have last time? That's the interesting question. I think I did, but I almost feel like I was talking and forgot to grab something too, which happens sometimes when I'm talking. Okay, let's see here. Did I get an additional provision in a cowrie last time? Oh no, that's what her tuck ability was. Yes, that's right. She gave a wood. I thought about tucking her, and it would have been actually good, but building a farm was good too. So, okay, this one would give me a red worker every time. That one would be bad. This one would give me a white worker, which is even more useful. And that might be better than the 2 brick, although the 2 brick is what I need kind of right now to get this. So maybe what I will do is I will get the 2 brick, get close to doing this one. Because right now I need a brick, 2 bricks, and 1 white labor. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the 2 brick. And then next time when it comes back up around, this one will be unlocked. And then I can tuck her. And she might be more useful that way. Okay. So now, I could get a single provision. I think I'll do that because it's not much use otherwise. We have all of our barbarians are dealt with right now. I could get 2 wood, which would get us closer to an outpost, or we could use it for a farm, both of which are good. I don't need the fish over here on my food shortage thing, so I'm just going to get the 2 wood there. And then okay, so I'm going to recruit this person for free, like last time. And I have 2 provisions. I could just dismiss this guy, but I think it's better to get the white worker several times than the single time. So I'm gonna recruit him, even though I could get this. I don't have a. I do have a space. I could put that right there, and I get a cowrie shell, but I don't think it's worth wasting him right now. So I'm not gonna, especially because I lost 2 townspeople that had white laborers on them. So I'm gonna spend 1 and 2 provisions to just recruit the next 2 here. And okay, so now we return our barge. Canal barge is returned. We're fine on that. We're gonna suffer attacks. So bribe, bribe, ignore this one because of this card. And so we were good. Then we put these down here. 1, 2, make space for one more barbarian. And okay, now this barbarian is annoying because it's going to take, this is an upgraded card. It takes 2 provisions or 2 cards out of our pile here. That's really annoying. In effect, we have like 4 barbarians because of this fortress. All right, so that is that. I thought we were doing okay, but this barbarian coming up is not a good one to come up right now. We need a little more in our engine first. But okay, we refreshed our card row. Now we're going to go to harvest. Okay, first thing, we're going to get our laborer here. And then we're going to come down and start drawing cards. I can only draw 1, so I have to shuffle, which will advance the flood. And 2, 3, and 4. All right. And we'll see what we have. Labor, a spearman, 2 wood, and 2 provisions. Cool. But we get another laborer and a provision and a cowrie, and then we get a rider down here. Okay, so we have some things, and we don't really have to worry about the flood this turn because we have enough cards here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. So we have time to not worry about that. But the problem is, well, let's go ahead and get our 2 provisions here. Because we could just deal with that way. I want to get this. I want to get this hut built. So I'm going to build this hut first before I do anything else. So I'm going to build that hut and get a cowrie shell. And hut built, cowrie shell down, and then we spend all. This worker goes away. They're going to settle in that house. They use all that to make that house, and then so this is kind of the least great one, but it's a cowrie shell, so it's something for that hut. So we have another cowrie shell, but at least we have more things open up. We do need cowrie shells for this too. Now we have this spot open up too. If we put a worker here, we can get any other colored worker, which we might need to use because of, we could just ignore one and then do the black here again, go here again to get a yellow. Oh, no, we don't even need to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do this one to get a blue. And then we can put that one there. Okay, we're done worrying about our barbarians now. And then I forgot, we have a white, a labor. I'm not going to use the labor. You might wonder why I don't do the canal yet. What I realized on my very first game is I rushed through building canal cards, and if you build canal cards too fast, then what opens up is more of these barbarians showing up. You're attracting the attention of the barbarians. So I have a lot of wood I could do things with. I could get a different color worker, but I think I just want to get more wood. I don't want to waste that guy yet until I super need that. So we're going to get more wood here. I don't have another place to put a building, though. So I am going to have to build this sooner than probably I want to, but it's just part of the game sometimes. Okay. I could build, well, let's do some recruiting first. Let's recruit this one. And this one taking 2 of my provisions is really annoying. We have to recruit at least one, otherwise we're gonna lose a free one. So, because the barbarians would come down. So I will pay 1 provision and recruit. Who's better? I think right now we need more provisions than work. I don't know. They're both good. Provisions and workers are good. So I could have tucked. You know what? That's what I'm going to do instead of getting those 2 woods. I forgot. I have my thing that lets me tuck 2. So I'm going to tuck this one also so that we get more workers. Okay, I did spend my... So instead of getting this one, I'm going to get this one that gives me more provisions and cowrie shells. I think that's a good idea. And then I can't recruit anybody else right now. I could, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to wait to spin these. But they're ready to go because we're going to need to build another farm. Probably another farm. We could build another hut probably pretty easily, but the farm would be the easiest one, and that would open up a multicolored worker. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm done. So we're going to suffer attacks. So nothing because of this. And then bribe, 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 bribe. Very expensive bribes right now because we have not been able to get rid of any barbarians yet. But I think I'm going to be able to do that in this next turn as long as everything goes okay. So we're going to do this, 1, 1, and 1. At least this one is moving out of that spot. Oh, okay. And she wants a worker too. Okay. All right. And then 1 more. So you can see how at some point you have to start dealing with both the canal and the barbarians because it starts getting to that point. But we're doing a little better here. Oh, and I can tuck another one next time too. That's right. Okay, so let's go on to harvest time. We get a laborer and 4 cards on a laborer. And okay, we got lots going on there. And another cowrie shell and a provision. No outposts built yet. And then I get a rider and a fighter. Okay, so a little more to do. I was hoping for 1 more worker here, so I might have to do some dismissing of people just to get all the workers I need. Because like now, if I were to do this, like, okay, so this, ignore one of these. I'm just thinking. I could turn this black one into a red one. I think I'm going to do that. Let's turn the black one that I would get from this one into a red one. And we'll go, okay, so I could, but now I need 2 food, which is easy enough. So I will get my 2 provisions from that card. And then I will spin them so that I can access this barbarian. I defeat it with my 3 warriors that I had up there ready to go. And then I get a laborer and a cowrie shell. And with that, I have more options. And I know I have this canal card ready to go too. And I can get a provision down here too. But what am I going to do? Because I also have this red one over here. I think I might just have to dismiss this guy over here with the red. Not really ideal, but it might be what I need to do. You know what? Let's do this first. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this canal card. And I'm going to, because it gives me a brick and a wood. And it opens up what's underneath too. So I'm going to put the brick over here, wood over here. Get rid of that canal card. I know it means that I have to do an extra barbarian, but I think I'm okay with that. Okay. So now what this means is put a card into your exhausted pile to get 2 cowrie shells. So I could just get 2 cowrie shells now. Hey Rich, how's it going? I'm in the midst of making bad planning decisions and legacy of you. So let me know if you have questions. Okay, so these symbols here, these red symbols, mean that I have to draw more barbarian cards. These are my townsfolk that I can recruit. So right now, I'm only dealing with this one barbarian. I have a red, any fighter color, and a black that I need in order to do that. So I think I'm going to dismiss. Oh, this is getting more interesting. Okay. I have 3. I could do another farm. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another farm. That's why I opened that one up. So I'm going to spend a labor, brick, and wood, open up another farm to get a red. Yeah, that's what, and then I'm going to spend 2 cowrie shells to get another provision. And so I just have this one and this one to deal with. So I think I have to dismiss this this townsperson. So I'm going to dismiss this townsperson, or I'm going to dismiss one I don't know, and I think that would be better to dismiss the one I do know. So I'm going to dismiss that one, put a black here, because I don't think I have enough to defeat. Yeah, I don't have enough to defeat anybody. We're going to save these laborers here, save this cowrie shell here, and then I have 2 provisions, so I will get those 2 provisions. I guess I could have not spent my cowrie to get that, but that's fine. I'm going to need provisions for other things like this. I'm going to spend both of those provisions to recruit all these townspeople because I had dismissed people. And all right, now I return the barge. The barge is going to go here. Then I have to suffer attacks. So bribe, and I can ignore one because of this card, this persistent effect over here on this card. And okay, so but now the issue is I start having 2 barbarians come up at the end of every turn. I think I'm fine though. It does make them cheaper to deal with, so we slide all those down because now I think I can get to this one and deal with it next time. This one, okay, 1 wood, I can deal with that. That's great. And 1 provision, perfect. Those are great ones to come out. Those are easy ones to bribe off. And get my 2 new townsfolk people, and then go back to harvest. I think that went about as well as it could have. Okay, so there's my new people. And I'm going to, what am I? Do a harvest. So I'll get my, I'll just get all my laborers at the same time. So labor here, oh, this one goes away, and then I'll get one right here, and then I get one right here, and then a cowrie shell, and a provision. And then with this one, oh, you lost my audio. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello. I'm going to wait a second just in case my audio is off. Let's see here. Just to check properties. Okay, you can hear me now. All right. I'm going to turn that up just a little bit though. Okay. Cool. So with that, Sorry, I'm just figuring things out with the harvest here. Okay, so I have a labor. I need another. I forgot I opened up this farm, which allows me to get another multicolor. Um, I don't think it matters because I think I just want to get this barbarian dealt with so that I can draw an extra card. So I'm just going to get a blue, a spearman, and okay. I don't need to deal with the canal yet because, oh no, I might. Okay. 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I will need to, no, I don't because I dealt with the canal last time. Okay, so I'm good on the canal. Don't have to do that if I don't want to. Double brick, spearman, and wood. Okay. So I think the first thing is, wow, nobody gave me provisions, but I have extra laborers, so I'm going to send this laborer out into the field to get me more provisions, and then I have 2 provisions. Then I can go to this barbarian, and I'll spend my 2 provisions, and then my 3 different fighters, and that defeats this one that was kind of costly, and I can draw a card from the top of my draw pile to hand, and it is one that gives me red. So now now that I have 5, I probably want to tuck another one. None of these are grain, so I will need a grain over here for this food shortage I'm dealing with too. That person could have helped me with that, but it's not okay. Well, what else could I do? I could just defeat this barbarian too and get another laborer. You know, I'm going to tuck this one that gives me 1 wood, because I don't need wood at the moment. And next harvest, I get to draw an extra card and get a cowrie shell, and I think that'll start being useful. So here I could dismiss this one, get 2 blue and a red, but I need a provision which I could get with this cowrie shell. Also, I could just get 3 bricks. You know what? I'm going to get these 3 bricks. I'm going to get the 3 bricks first. And with the 3 bricks, I'm going to get ready to start building that next hut. But I don't need it yet. So the question is, do I want to... I'll go ahead and recruit this person. And do I want to get rid of a barbarian? And then I won't have to worry about paying. So yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to dismiss this person to get 2 blue. And then I will just put this one in my discard pile to get a red. And then that I need 1 provision, so I'll have to spend my 2 cowrie shells to defeat this barbarian. And then I get a cowrie shell and a laborer back. I have lots of laborers. That hasn't been sometimes it's a problem, but it hasn't been a problem this time. So I will use 1 to go here and get a red, so I can bribe that one. The problem I have, this one I could bribe. Problem I have is I need 1 more. I think I'm going to lose 1 townsperson because I don't have. I can only ignore 1 with this, and I don't have another way to get another fighter of any kind. So I think I'm just going to have to live with that. Hopefully this isn't a good townsperson. Townfolk. Okay, so I would return the barge, but I didn't build any canal cards, so I don't need to worry about that. Now I suffer attack, so bribe, ignore. You know what? I don't have any way to get a 3rd provision. No, I don't. Okay. All right, so bribe, ignore one, lose the top one, which is my person that could have given me 3 provisions. So, all right, so be it. And these go away. Slide this one down. We're gonna go 1 to here, all the way over to here, and 2 more barbarians. 1 and 2. The good thing is I can deal with these ones pretty easily. I get to add to my recruitable townsfolk, but the barbarians are becoming more serious. They keep going that way. The flood's going to go up because I needed to draw. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards. Let's get a new. So 2 laborers, a rider, and a fighter. All right, 2 laborers, a rider and a fighter, a cowrie shell, a provision, and I get to draw an extra card now, and another cowrie shell. So I'm a little better that way. Okay. The first thing I need to do is I need to, well, I should make sure everybody's accounted for up here. So I can ignore that. Let's see what my cards are. Oh, I have a ton of brick. That's right. I thought about, so if I had a wood, which I can turn in these 3 cowrie shells for, or I do have a wood. I have a wood here. I have plenty of laborers, but I don't have an open spot right now for, so I need to get rid of this. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move the barge out. I'm going to pay my 2 cowrie shells and 3 laborers to build this section of the canal, because otherwise I cannot continue building things. Okay, so I'm going to have to lose 2 cards off the top. All right, guy with brick, not a big deal. Person with provision and cowrie shell. That's kind of works. Because I need those near the end, but I think I'll be okay. And then I get a brick and a wood back. Okay. So I could also build a farm soon. Or I can just use those to pay off these barbarians, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that and do that. All right. And we're going to build this hut. And this hut is going to go here. Get a provision right away. That cost me 3 brick. A laborer going to live there, and a stick. And let's see what bonus we get. I get to draw a card. Cool. And it is a laborer. Turn that to the box for now. And okay. Now I can just turn in a laborer and a provision to get any color worker, which is good. But what I really want to do is get rid of at least 2 barbarians. So let's get a provision over here. These are not the barbarians I want to see right now, honestly, because I'm not generating any yellow. Well, here's a yellow. Okay, let's do a yellow. Okay, let's do a yellow. And I need a blue and a yellow there too. I can go here and get what I need. Or, you know what? I'm going to see what's over here on card 43. I'm going to potentially waste these two provisions. We'll see. So I'm going to go over here on my food shortage card, and let's go to page 43 in the storybook. So page 43 in the storybook is, well, this is a long one. Monkeys. I would laugh if I wasn't so furious. A small band of thieves and bandits bearing a standard of a monkey have been raiding our food supplies and selling it to the local barbarians, laughing at us all the while. Bo Yi and the trackers stayed long enough to hear their retelling of setting the fire and making off with our valuable supplies under its cover. He acted as my sword, and while it was not without cost, we will no longer be feeding our enemies in this endeavor. It seems that we were not the only ones these demons were stealing from. Draw the top 2 barbarian cards from the barbarian draw pile and look at them. Gain the reward shown on the right side, then place them in the discard pile. That is super helpful. Okay, let's see what we get. We get 3 cowrie shells. So I might have made the right choice there. 3 cowrie shells, get to draw another card, and a brick. I don't really need brick right now, but so be it. I would have taken wood over that, but that still helps. Okay. If you draw a barbarian card featuring a story on the right side, discard it, draw a new card. We didn't. And then take 1 damage. That's the bad part here. So it's like I lost a townsperson to all that, so I lose a card off the top, and it's going to be that person. But we're almost done with this food shortage problem. So if I have a milk, I have a milk here. Ooh, but it's my double brick person. You know, I want to tuck her here, because she gives me a laborer. So I'm going to tuck her here. I don't have anybody else that gives me milk. I'll probably have to wait till next time. But now I have some options because, okay. Let's see. Although I could have tucked this for blue. You know what? That might be better. So I'm going to tuck this for blue. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tuck that for blue. Get my double brick. Because I'm close to unlocking another hut here, which would be good. Okay. And then, let's see. I have to get rid of at least 1 barbarian. 2 would be great. I don't think I can do the 2 though, but we'll start working on this one though. Okay, so we're gonna have to get a provision. Turn in 2 cowrie shells. Get a provision to turn in this laborer, to turn it into a yellow. We turn that laborer into an archer. Okay, so there. And then I'm going to turn in this black one here. So it's going to go to that space, occupy it, to turn it into a blue. And now we can go there, spin the provision. Those 2 archers and spearmen go away. And we get 2 cowrie shells and a wood. Okay, we defeated that barbarian. I'm liking that. And I will get a laborer. That's a white one. And so here to pay, I don't need to pay this one off. I'm good now because I have, oh, I do need to pay this one off. So I could get let's see here. I can just go here and get a wood. Or I can spend 3 cowrie shells. Yeah, I'll go here and get a wood. Either way, it's spend 3 or spend. I think I want to keep my cowrie shells, so I'm gonna do this. I'm getting the wood. Go there. So now I have taken care of everything. Okay, I have 2 red fighters that are coming to me. That will be useful next time. You know, I could have actually sent the fighter there instead of the laborer. Let's do that, because I don't think I have. Or I could have just ignored Let's see here. Let's put the wood back for a second, because I could just ignore the wood, send nobody there, and pay off a fighter here. That's fine. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's get a provision so we can actually recruit more people. So I get a provision turned into cavalry. I'll spend the provision, and then I can recruit both of these people into my town. All right, now we have to return this barge to the canal cards. We're doing pretty good, and barbarians are gonna attack. Don't worry about this one because of this card. Provision bribe, wood bribe, fighter bribe, brick bribe. Kind of want to destroy that fortress, but I just don't see how I'm going to do it yet. Okay, so these are going to move down 1, 2, and 1, 2. These are going to be more to deal with next time, but I have a better engine for it. And refill here. I think I do. We'll see. I could have made a grave error. And then it's time to draw cards. Well, let's do laborers first. 1, 2 laborers. Any color. I'm going to take a yellow. Cowrie shell and cowrie shell for 2 more cowrie shells. A provision and a rider and a fighter. Draw 5 cards, 1 plus the normal 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was just enough that I don't have to advance the flood. And this goes away. And then a blue spearman, and that's everything. Okay, so now I think the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, I could use the 2 provisions, but instead I'm going to right away just finish up this food shortage, so I never have to worry about the food shortage again, hopefully. I think that'll be the case. All right, and then we're going to read number 4 here, and number 4 says, all right, let's see what. While the thieves behind us, with the thieves behind us, we can also leave worry in the dirt. Our stores have been boosted by all that was recovered from the monkeys' camp, and our foragers have renewed vigor in their work, spurred on by a desire to restore all that had been lost and more. We are close. One last push this season should put an end to both the rationing and the worry that hangs over my head, and yet I still feel like something follows me. File the completed food shortage card in the box under history. Okay. Place the townsfolk cards that were on the food shortage card in the discard pile. Not exhausted. My discard. And find card 53 in the story deck and file it in the box under other setup cards for future games. So I still have a food shortage card. All right, card 53. That is very annoying. All right. 53. Let's take a look at that real quick. 53. I've been dealing with food shortage for a while now. And you know what happened? It happened because I built a canal like I was supposed to. Okay, so this one will need grain, milk, and fish. And it goes with my other setup cards for next time I play the game. Hopefully I don't lose here. I was hoping for a really big, good reward. Okay. So, I have to... The canal will move forward next time, so I don't have to worry about that right now. I do have to worry about all these barbarians, though. So let's do the cheap one first. Do any of these cards give me a yellow? No. Alright, so I will put this here. Well, let's see here. No, I'm going to spend a provision and a white to get a yellow. Okay. And then I need a new provision, so I will go spin 2 cowrie shells, and that way I can approach the barbarian. I'll spin that, and now I will use my 2 archers and my fighter, defeat this barbarian, gain 3 cowrie shells. I need to defeat 3 of these basically because of I guess I can only do 2, but otherwise they're gonna pile up on me more. I could do this. I could do this. But then I think, yeah, this would unlock another barbarian coming at me. So I can't do that yet. But I don't have a space to put my hut. I have the stuff for it, but I don't need to worry about it yet. So, okay, fine. That is what it is. We need another blue here or a black here. I could do that. So let's go down here and get a... I will get a rider here. I need to go get more provisions. So I'll spend my 2 to get a provision so I can approach the barbarian, get out there, 2 riders and spearmen. Deal with this one to get a cowrie shell and a laborer. And sometimes this game kind of feels like 2 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back, like back and forth a little bit. I'm going to recruit this because that's an easy choice. All right, so I have 3 spots open. I don't have 2. Okay, here's a black and a blue. I will go ahead and get those. Black and a blue. If I get 1 more blue, which I could, so I will do that. I'll spend 2 calories to get a provision. Spend the provision and a laborer to train them up into another blue. And then I have 2 provisions here. So there's my 2 provisions. To use 2 spearmen and a rider. Get rid of this barbarian. Lots of barbarian action. To get 3 cowrie shells. 1, 2, 3. Okay, my engine's going okay. Right now, it's going okay. Because I'm only going to get 2 new barbarians. Can I get rid of a 3rd? Probably not. But let's do this. 1 there for that. 1 there for that. Start working on that one. And then we have a brick here for that. And we can ignore that one. So I'm not going to waste a brick because of this card. And then I'm going to get a cowrie shell and a provision. And what can I do with all these cowrie shells? Anything important? Not that I need yet. I don't think I need to yet. All right, I have a nice stack of cowrie shells, but that sometimes happens where I have so many cowrie shells that I have to start trading them in because it's component limited. So we'll just start working on this canal card, I guess. Anything else I want to do? That's the question. No. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we don't need to return that. Suffer attacks. Bribe, bribe, bribe. Ignore this one because of this card. And then refresh. Okay. 1, 2. 2 barbarians is all we're getting. Okay. 1 and 2. And they both want cowrie shells, which I have in abundance right now. Okay. But the flood is going to advance because we're back to harvest. So I need to get a white, a laborer again, let's get a, I think, what do I want? I guess a black. Yeah. I already advanced that, so that's fine. Here we go. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll take the rider for this one, and then draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Get 1, 2 cowrie shells, and then a provision, and then a black and red, a rider and a fighter, and a spearman, and this goes away, and I already drew my extra card. All right, let's see what we got going on. Took a black here. This should be a black, not a red. Okay, so black. Okay, so I have everything to deal with this barbarian. I'm just going to do my recruit for this one right now. And let's do a provision and deal with this barbarian right away. Which means I get a cowrie and draw another card. And that is a... So I have 6 cards right now. That's good. Probably. Let's see. Do I need to deal with the flood yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not yet. I can wait one turn to deal with the flood, but if I can just build the stuff up, that's probably better. Maybe? Let's see here. 1, 2, but I can't do anything, so maybe not. Could do this and this. Could ignore that. Let's start dealing with some barbarians. Let's get a... Let's see here. Let's get another... We're gonna get more barbarians at some point, no matter what. So I'm gonna get a white, and I have the stuff to build this. And I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to waste resources. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna build this canal card. I'm gonna spend the 3 laborers out there working hard, and the 2 cowrie shells, and then I have to get rid of 2 cards in my townsfolk pile to the discard. But I also get a brick and a wood. All right, we'll put a brick up there. And a wood over here. Okay. And now I can do this, build a farm, do some different things. I know I'm going to get more barbarians, but I think I'm okay with that right now. I need another laborer. Let's get the black rider here. And with the rider, you can go here. And let's get a... You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should have just gotten the labor and then I can get this one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the labor instead of that black rider. Okay, get the labor, go here. I could turn in... And I'll get... Let's go ahead and get 2 fighters. Okay, 2 fighters, and then... Oh my, getting close to the end of this thing. It really does ramp up. I could turn in... I need 1 more brick. So I'm going to turn in 3 cowries for another brick. And then I have a brick. Okay, and then there's my laborer who goes off to live in that hut. 3 bricks and a wood. I can build the hut and take the black rider that I was going to start working on. And I'm going to put that there. I will get and then this happens, which is a provision. Okay. All right, provision. So I need 2 yellows to do it. So I could go here and get 1 yellow. I could dismiss this person and turn a white into yellow, because I'm going to get 3 barbarians if I don't deal with one of these barbarians. So the easiest one actually is to deal with this one. So I will just turn this red into a blue, and there we go. And then I can pay 2 provisions plus 2 cowrie shells to turn into a provision. And then I can go, oh wait, I don't need to do that. I have 2 provisions right here, but or I can do this one, provision and a cowrie shell. I'll just take the cowrie shell and turn in the 2 provisions for a total of 3. Okay, so 3 provisions is done. And with that, I can get out in the woods and deal with these barbarians. I'm going to deal with this one, which gives me 2 cowries and a stick. And this one is gone. If I could get rid of 1 more, that would be ideal. We can start working on this canal, or we can use that over here. I can ignore that need there based on this card, so I can just do this. So maybe that's what I do, and then I need to recruit this town person too, so I'm going to spend the 2 to get a provision so that I can recruit this town person. And is there anything else I want to do? I could get 2 provisions, and I needed to turn in those calories anyways because I was starting to run out of calories. So maybe turn this person. Oh, that's why I did this. So that I could tuck this one, and I'm going to get more workers. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 workers next time. That will help me a lot. The problem is I need 4 workers to deal with those barbarians over there, and I keep not having yellow. Okay, let's deal with that though. All right, canal card advances. Bribe, 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 bribe. And all right, so now we have 3 barbarians that come out every turn. So 1, 2, 3. This will be the last one. And 1 townsperson, the freebie. Oh, of course, there's the yellow. Okay. So 1. Not more yellow. Why more yellow? All right. Shuffle. Barbarians, please don't be the one I don't. Okay. And all right. Oh, okay. Harvest. Let's get all the workers first. 1, 2 laborers. I'm going to get yellow here. I'm going to get a red and a black and blue. And another black. So a spearman, rider, archer, fighter. That's all my workers. Now, 2 cowrie shells. Okay. And 1 provision. I haven't done very well with that. 1 provision. And then an extra card. So 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have to advance the flood, but that's fine. Now I can turn 4 cowrie shells in, though, for a worker. So for a laborer. Shuffle. And I only have 6 cards left here and 5 in hand. Okay, but that's the cards I needed because there is a yellow. So we're going to deal with this barbarian first. We're going to spend a provision to get our people out there to advance. So 2 archers and a rider deal with this one. We'll get a cowrie shell and draw a card. And we'll recruit this person for free. And oh, if I don't deal with 2 barbarians, I lose. I could just use this to ignore, but then I lose it forever. Ignore the flood moving on. So I don't know if I want to do that. I think I probably want to deal with the flood moving on, because this time it doesn't add a barbarian, and it does unlock some stuff. It does mean, though, that I'm going to lose. But I need to do it. I just have to do it. Okay. So 1, 2 laborers, a fighter, and a spearman, and 3 cowrie shells. I think I have to do it because otherwise I'm limited on my options. So I'm going to do that right away. And I have to lose 3 townspeople. Okay. That goes here, and I get a brick. All right. But that means I can also build a farm. Now I can turn in 2 provisions and 2 cowrie shells to draw a card off the top of the townspeople pile. So that is part of the reason I did that. And I have a ton of workers here. So I could either build a farm, or I could build a... actually, I could build both. I could probably build both. I think I have enough. Well, let's see. Let's start with this. I can turn in... this person get 2 bricks. So that would give me everything I need for a... oh, I don't have a laborer. I have all these other people, but I don't have a laborer. Let's start with this. Okay, let's wait then. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I could just turn... oh, this should have gone away. I could just turn in something here, or... you know what? I have 2 reds and a blue. Let's do that. Let's do the 2 reds and the blue. And... so blue, 2 reds. But I need 2 provisions to get to that person. So 1 cowrie shell, or 2 cowrie shells to get 1. Or I could draw a card. All right, I'm gonna have to do that. I think I'm gonna have to dismiss somebody. Oh no, I could go here, but that might not. This is only gonna give me 2 cowrie shells and a brick. I need some different things. I had a bunch of cowrie shells, and then I have just burned through them. Yeah, I'm gonna go here to get the provision. So what I need to kind of wait on is, oh, this won't give me a laborer. It only gives me a multicolored one. I'm gonna stick with my choice then. Okay, so that is 2 provisions to access this person. Is there a better choice than the 2 provision, the 2 and a brick though? Should I have gone? Should I go up here and trade out my black for yellow to do this and get 3 cowrie shells? If I get 3 cowrie shells, then I could get a labor. Then I could do this to get another. Yes, that's the thing I need to do. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to go down here. I'm going to go get a... oh, but that doesn't give me a labor. That gives me any other color, not a laborer. Ah. Oh, no, but I can get the yellow. That's the plan. Okay, so I go here, I get a yellow, still have a blue. Okay, so I go here, get a yellow. All right, 2 fighters, an archer, have the 2 provisions. We're going to defeat this person and get 3 cowrie shells. 1, 2, 3. I still need to get rid of 1 more barbarian, or I just lose the game. But I have a... ooh, okay. Blue. I think I might have just lost the game though, no matter what. because I need both of these just to access the... Well, let's do this first. I'm going to dismiss this person. Black and a provision. Okay, black and a provision. Okay, what does that get me though? Nothing that I can do much with. I have a blue. I needed one more provision and I might have messed it up. Let's get a yellow person. Okay, so I have a blue and a yellow. I need a way to get a... if I had one more... okay, I guess I could do this. We're going to trade in 2 provisions, 2 cowrie shells for a provision. Then that way I have 2 cowrie shells and 2 provisions. And I'm going to draw a card and hope that I get something that gets me a... So I get to draw a card from the townsfolk pile. And it's the one that gives me a white and a yellow. So I can dismiss that person and get a white and a yellow. I need the yellow, and I could use the white. Is there somewhere I can use the white to get... So the only thing I could have done differently... Oh, that's right. The one that gave me the 2 bricks. I could have dismissed her to get the yellow. But that doesn't help me get... I need a provision, not... I could go here. No, I'm not getting rid of her. I'm not going to get rid of her. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of the one I just got. Yellow and white. Okay, so we have that. And then I'm going to go right here in the village. And that lets me just draw a card from here. And that is not the card I needed. I needed one that gave me a provision. Would this have done it? This would have done it. So I had a 50-50 chance. I didn't get it because there's nowhere else for me to get... I don't think there's any way for... Oh, no, wait. I did forget. I could have done this. So let's say I did this. I could go here, get a... And then I wouldn't have had to dismiss this guy either. Get a yellow. Okay. So I could have used this guy to get the white. Gone here to get a yellow. The yellow goes up there. Use the white here to do this. Lets me draw another card. Okay. And there it is. There's the provision I need. It is a provision and a cowrie shell. Plus I needed to recruit more people anyways. So there's the one provision I've been searching for. This is out. I've built all my huts. All I need to do next time is live through the barbarians and build this canal card. That's all. So let's see. Okay, so I had 2 archers and spearmen. There's the provision. There's the barbarian guard gone. I get a cowrie shell and a laborer. I probably could have done some of that in a different order too. But there's my cowrie shell. There's my laborer, and just knocked over my water. All right, cowrie shell, laborer. Is there anything I can go here for 2 cowrie shells now? Oh, I don't think I want to do anything else. I think I just want to make it to the next turn with as much stuff left over as I can. Okay. Oh, but no. But now I have to do this. Okay. This one is going to have to go here. This one is going to have to go here. These are going to have to go here. I have my 1 to ignore that. Okay, because we have to do all this. All right, so there is our bribes. We've paid our bribes amazingly. And then gotta make room for 3. So we have to still deal with all the barbarians next time and build that last canal. All right. Here's that. The flood will advance during the harvest because I need to draw 5 cards. Can I do it all? This is it. This is either it or that, or I'm just done. 5 cards. Okay. 2 laborers. These 2 are going to go away, but I will get them back because of these. Red and blue. And what should I take? I should take another red. I should probably look at my cards. No, let's not take a red. Let's take another blue. Because of this. Okay. 1, 2 cowrie shells. 1 provision. And that's it. And I haven't built a single outpost. Usually I build at least 1 outpost so I can do some trade-offs. That's made it harder on me this time, but I think it's okay. Okay. So I wish there was somebody that wanted brick up here because I could just dismiss this guy and get brick because he's going to be useless for anything else. But well, we know we have to build this. So maybe we build that and then build a farm. So let's do that. Let's do black, a rider, a spearman, 2 laborers, 1, 2, and I only have 2 cowrie shells. I need 1 more cowrie shell. So we're gonna dismiss everybody for as much as they have because we either make it or we don't. So 2 provisions and a cowrie. 1, 2. All right, and there is the last section of the canal done. 1, 2, 3, and that all those people did their job. I get a brick out of that, which maybe I'll end up building a farm. That'd be helpful. Now a brick or wood is a cowrie shell, finally. And oh goodness. And if I build a farm here, I can just draw an extra card from here too. So that would be super helpful. 4 barbarians are going to come out though, so I have to deal with 4 of them or I lose. So now we do have a use for this. So we're going to dismiss this guy for the 2 brick. Because 2 bricks can be 2 cowrie shells probably. I don't think I have any other use for them. Yeah, 2 cowrie shells. All right, let's start dealing with barbarians. 1 blue, 1 red. I need, let's get some more reds. I'm going to start dismissing people. 2 reds. All right, let's pay a provision. And we get 2 cowries and a brick. So I will take 3 bricks, or 3 cowries. Maybe I'll hold on to the, actually I'll hold on to the brick in case we get high on cowrie shells. And then I can turn it in later. Okay. We'll get a white and a yellow. This one, so I need to get rid of 2 more, 2 more of these. So here's one that I can probably get rid of pretty easily. Red, yellow, and then I could go take a provision over here and turn this. Oh, here. I'm going to do this first. Yellow and draw a card. Oh, and I should have destroyed 3 cards when I got rid of that canal card. So 1, 2, 3. Now I can draw my card. Okay. What did that give me over here? That was, it gave me a what in a yellow? Oh, I drew a card. That's right. That's why I had to wait, because I had forgotten to destroy those when I did the canal card. Okay, so here's my other yellow. And there are 2 provisions to access it. I need a 3rd provision, so I will do 2 cowries. And there's my 3rd provision. I can access this person and get 3 cowrie shells. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So now I have 4 barbarians out there. I need, and 4 are going to come out. So I need to get rid of 2 more barbarians. So here's a black. Here is a red and a wood. And this is why I need to remember that I can still build some buildings which are important for some things. So there's my red, but I'm going to build this last farm here and get a provision. No, that doesn't give me that immediately, but it does give me a, ooh, is a card more important or a red worker? I'm going to take the card. So I'm going to spend those, get a card, and I won't change this no matter what. Okay, so this gives me 2 wood and a worker of my color choice. What choice do I want there? Well, red. Yeah, I'll get a red worker, a fighter. Now I need 1, 2 provisions to access that person. Okay. And that gives me a cowrie and a white laborer. All right. So back to that. So I need, okay, it's down to it. I can draw a card. I can get 2 cowries. I'm going to need a provision. I think we're just going to do this one because it's about the same, 2 blues and a yellow. So I'm going to get a provision so that we don't even have to think about that part anymore. We're going to get 2 brick and a blue. All right, we're 1/3 of the way there now. 2 bricks and a blue. We can turn in 1 of the whites for any, oh no, yes we can. We just can't get a white. So we can turn that in and get a blue, and then we can use 1 brick for a cowrie, a 2nd brick for a cowrie, and then we can use those 2 cowries, get a provision. So a labor plus a provision, send them off to training. And I think we've done it. I think we have done it. We can send them off to training. They become an archer. And now we spend the provision to get out there and interact with the barbarians. 2 spearmen and archer take out this barbarian, which gives us a cowrie and draw a card. And I think I've done it. So that is that. And then I draw my card and I get a yellow worker. I will dismiss them and get a brick. And my whole town has been dismissed because I have done all that. I didn't get rid of the fortress, so the fortress is going to come back on my game next time, but I did everything else. So yellow worker, or I could just put the yellow worker here. I could get, I could turn in this and get a provision. 2 provisions to get, 2 cowries to get a provision. And then I can use my card here to ignore that when the attacks come. So I have dealt with absolutely, that's my best game so far. Other than the fact that I didn't get rid of the fortress like I wanted to. And I had that last turn where I was a little bit, I went back and altered it a little bit to get the desired outcome. But still, I think that's what I would have done on my own. I would have taken a little more time to assess it. So that would happen. And then we would get, these would go all the way over to here. Bribe and bribe. And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4. We would still be able to put out a townsperson. So we didn't lose that way. And cool. So let's read a victory card. The victory card, it says read storybook entry number 16. I'm kind of afraid to because last time it was bad. But let's see what it is. Storybook entry 16. It says, Treasure Tushanshi, it is difficult to carry on some days, to put nothing before this great work I have undertaken. I hope you do not think less of me. I heard your cries as I passed our home, but I could not turn my head. I had to continue on this endeavor, but I will return to you when I can. You may be wondering why I am journeying back upriver. It seems that some of the work we have done has become undone due to the heavy rainfall this year, of course. I have taken men with me to work on the repairs to the canals in the west, and once they are set to their task, I will once more resume my own work in the east. It will not be easy. The loss of these workers will slow us greatly, but when adversity comes, one can only greet it as the rising sun. File the revealed victory card and both starting 3-4 jade canal cards in the box under history. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Okay. 3 and 4. Because these have been with me the whole time. I don't like losing these because I know what they are. This is the first time I will have lost them. Okay. Here they go. 3 and 4 go in there. And joining that victory card. And find cards 12 through 15 in the story deck and file them under huts and canals. Okay, so we got some new huts and canals. We'll take a look at those real quick, and then I'm done for tonight, but that was fun. 12 through 15. 12 through 15 is new canal cards. Different canal cards. Harder canal cards, of course. One has a story on it, and it destroys 2 townsfolk. Needs a fighter and 2 laborers. This one needs an archer and 2 laborers. Gives us brick, destroys 2 towns. And this one gives wood with a spearman and 2 townsfolk. And then on the other side, they're just all the same because that's how you set up. All right, cool. Well, that is a victory for me, but I know it's going to be harder now next time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for interacting. If you did, thanks for Rich showing up and chatting a little bit. But happy gaming, and I'll catch you later.